I'm dropping shit. Have a seat. Let me tell you about my friend Benjamin Franklin. Am I adjusted? Am I good? Ugh, it's gross. Okay. So, Benjamin Franklin was born on January 1706, and on Milk Road, which was like a ghetto fucking neighborhood in Boston. I mean, he didn't have much. His dad made, I don't know, like shoe shine or something stupid. His mom was stay at home. His name was Josiah and her name was Abiah or something like that. So, Benjamin Franklin grew up and he was all, dude, I want a little bit better. And his mom and dad are all, oh, fine, what do you want? What do you want better? He says, well, you know, just make me an entertainment center. And so they fucking built it with their hands, you know, from the ground up, and he was like, dude, this is not enough. Anyway, that's beside the point. So when he was 15, his older brother James, who worked for the New England Courant, or actually, I think he owned it, he said, Benjamin, you want a job. You can sweep the floor. You can sweep the floor. You can typeset. You can do whatever you want. And James is all right, man. It's totally cool. You can do whatever you want. But just you can't write anything because your writing is really shitty. And Benjamin, oh man, oh that sucks, because that's all I want to do was fucking write. Really? Okay. So Benjamin I'm so drunk. Okay, so Benjamin goes, you know what, James, you're a dick. You're a terrible older brother. I'm gonna write some shit and you're gonna like it. But here's a caveat. I'm gonna write it under Silence Dogood, and that's gonna be the name of the person in the paper who's writing the editorial columns. And so these things are a hit in Boston. They're huge. You know, women love it. They're full of good facts. They're full of farming tips and shit. Like, it's the bomb, pretty much. Well, when he was 16, he confessed to James. He's like, dude, I am Silence Dogood. I didn't do it. Or, I did do it. No, I did do it. But, hang on. I did do it, but I didn't mean to. Or something like that. Okay, so, okay, well, wait. Okay, there's this big thing going around with a disease. I think it's syphilis or something like that. And, no, it's smallpox. And the Mormon church is saying don't inoculate, and James's paper is saying no, they're saying do inoculate. James' paper is saying don't inoculate. Fucking it up. Okay, well, anyway, James lands in prison for his stance on don't inoculate, and then Ben's, you know, kind of twiddling his thumbs, like, dude, what the fuck? My older brother's in jail. This shit really sucks. So he decides to run away. Well, in 1723, You can't just fucking run away. You can't do it. You can't go. I mean, it's against the law. You're viewed even more as a cretin than a homeless person. I mean, shit's fucked up. Okay, so he gets into Philadelphia via New York and some other shit. And he meets this woman named something Dean. We're gonna call her some Dean because I don't know her fucking name. Anyway, he meets her and he doesn't know she's gonna be his wife someday. His like trophy wife because she's a bitch and weird. Okay, so he's hanging out in Philadelphia with his weird wife, and he meets a governor of Pennsylvania. He's like, dude, this guy's fucking cool. I want to hang out with this guy. He's all, hey, Ben, you should go to London sometime. And Ben's all, dude, I've never been across the pond. I have no idea. And the guy's like, dude, go. You gotta go. Okay. So Ben goes to London. And he works as his typesetter in the shop, and he sells like little trinkets and shit. He's just not pleased. He just does not know how to deal with everyday fucking Brit life, right? So at some point he comes back to Pennsylvania. I think it's 1732, and he makes the Pennsylvania Gazette. It's this huge paper. I mean, everybody loves it. Man, it's tasty. Okay, so he makes this everyday paper for the common folk of Pennsylvania. And it's huge, and he, in this meantime, becomes a Freemason. He joins a secret society. He goes up to this one guy. He's like, hey, do a secret handshake and shit. He's like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna get you in. Do a secret handshake. He's cool. He talks about a fire department. Like, he's big on civic duty. You know, he's like putting out fires, just talking about fire prevention. Like, he's a pretty know-it-all kind of guy. He's huge. He's fucking huge. Okay, so he's owner of this paper. He's talking about fires. He's a member of the fucking Masons. And then, anyway, let me get a drink. Hang on. Keep rolling. Okay. So he keeps talking about England. And so he goes back there to London. And let me remind you, there's no fucking story notes here. This is all from my brain. Okay. So he goes back to England, and he says, dude's a parliament, what the fuck? You're kind of treating these dudes in America like assholes. I mean, fuck you guys. That shit is fucked up. So he says that in the parliament, so, oh, yeah, no, okay, maybe. But the Stamp Act comes out, and England imposes a tax on every stamp. Stamp every thing like sent through the mail, right? Okay. And Benjamin Franklin is in London, and he says, dude, that is not cool. She says, fuck it. in 1774 or 1775. Fucking, I'm going back to America. This shit is whack. Okay, so he gets back in America. And he starts rallying the troops. Right? He starts getting people together behind his cause, because at first he was pro English and now he's pro, American. Get your shit, get it developed, it's gonna be cool. Okay, so he's talking about it all. He signs a Declaration of Independence with a bunch of other people. He flies a kite. It's up in the air with the key on the string and shit, shocking him. I don't know how it killed him, but it didn't. It was cool. But then a difference changed. A difference changed in him. Okay. So he went to Versailles. Okay, the Revolutionary War is done. I don't think he fought, but I think he sat behind and watched it all happen. So he's in Versailles, and he makes the Treaty of Versailles in, 14, whatever. But he has a good time. He has a 16-year-old suitor who he fucks all the time, which is weird. Let me say for the camera, it's fucking weird. By the way, his wife in America is dying. I can't remember her name right now, but she was a marginal part of her life. And he has a lot to do with, political litigation in the Parisian Times. I don't know. I mean, the shit is huge. I mean, he came down from Earth to give us electricity and this diplomacy. How could he not be the best person alive? Cut it.